Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amano Torifune, our new home for the next, 5 videos. If all goes well, at least. Anyway, welcome back to Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Last time, we fought Gold version. Well, no, wait, that's the episode before. We went to Kadaf, and we got ourselves more Fool cards. Because we're going to need these Fool cards very soon. And I have 439 free cards, but those are going to be gone very soon. I'm going to need to make a star persona that requires 300 plus star cards. And I really don't want to go run around and find one enemy that has star cards in the frickin' air raid shelter. But today we are covering the second to last dungeon, Sumaru Castle. Before we do that, though, there's a couple things we want to do before we even touch the dungeon. But first, we need to take care of some rumor stuff. If we come to Double Slash after the Torifune has risen, there is a new rumor available at Double Slash. I heard that Claire de Lune reopened business Alba. It didn't share its fate with an army ward. So we can now get Claire de Lune back through rumor, but if we go and see our good friend, the Master, he also has a rumor for us. These are the last 2 rumors in the entire game, believe it or not. And speaking of last 2 of something in the game, do you hear that? One final time, Maya's side hustle is calling out. We'll be doing Maya's side hustle in a moment, though. We have far more important things to worry about than the paltry sum we're going to be getting from Maya's side hustle. Alright, well, we gotta give him a rumor first. Pod Paracha is rumored to reopen in Konan, which is kind of important because we can make ultimate weapons at Pod Paracha. But now, so remember that whole thing about how that Fool persona I've been getting hyper anal about this entire time? Well, it turns out that in order to get it, you need to have information about a different persona as well. A long time ago, numerous videos now, it feels like it's been forever since that part. All the way back when we got Nanjo or Ellie into our party, we went to Mizuno's office and she grilled us about being at Parabellum. At that time, you were supposed to tell her, no, you have no idea what you're talking about. If you do not do this, you are screwed yourself out of getting certain personas. And yes, this is missable, because now that we are at this point in the game, you cannot get that anymore. Also, you can't go back to Mount Katasamuri to fill the offertory box either, so yeah, if you didn't do that, you're shit out of luck either. Hawk 2. So, if we go to the Kismet office after completing the Torifune, but before we go and do Sumaru Castle, I do have to come here and grab my box, my prizes, because even when the city is risen up on a frickin' spaceship, we can still get prizes. We get an angel leg. Alright, Miracle Magazine. Oh, Jesus! I'm winning everything! Torrent Magatama. And 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Alright, what does the angel leg do? Maya, you're gonna be my test dummy. Walk plus 10. Increase evasion slightly. It's only for female characters, so congratulations, Maya. More luck for you. I did use Tatsuya with the synchronized gear to grind up Genbu for this file, because we're gonna want all of our first stuff. Also, synchronized gear is very useful. Alright, so, while we're here, if we come in here... Amano, get that man out of here! I let him in because the editor-in-chief of Mayhem magazine insisted. I found out it was to get rid of him. There's no time for that! Huh. It's Kashihara. Hello there. I checked the watch about this incident and I found out something incredible. I thought I had to let the editor-in-chief of May magazine know about this. It's a little long, but would you listen? Yes. You're aware of the legend of Kiyotada and Torifune, right? Long ago, the gods arriving on Nyarlathotep gave man civilization. Kiyotada Sumaru, who found out about it, built the castle here in Sumaru City where the Nyarlathotep sleeps. This legend was created back in the Civil War time by Kiyotada. He attempted to create the Nyarlathotep through Kotodama. Kiyotada built Sumaru City based on the principles of yin and yang. According to history, it speaks of mere tyranny, but in legend states the use of Wanglong fortunes and rumors. Kiyotada used Wanglong to conquer. He was slain by a samurai, Suo, and was mummified for his punishment. Facts stating he died of illness are false. Legends state when Suo rebelled, the Nyarlathotep rose and eerie castle erected. See, it does not fit in with this tradition? If only we knew this 10 years ago. The legend was telling the truth! Suo? Doesn't that sound surprisingly familiar? What was this rebel's name, though? He was a samurai named Tatsuoshin Suo. Apparently there was a vassal and a princess as well, but I'm not sure. It would be nice if Tatsuoshin would come back to life and stop all this. Thank you for your indulgence. Huh. That's suspicious. Why does he have the same last name as our resident Suo brothers? I don't like the sound of this. Something seems off about all this. But there is still more. Now, me doing Maya's side hustle of man searchers has not been a complete waste of time. I mean, the money is useful, sort of, but there was actually a tangible incentive to doing it. Remember Setsu Nishitani, that old lady we looked for at Alea's Shrine? Well, if you did her man search, she now has more information for us. And it's only at this point in the game.
Oh, it's you. I just remembered an old tale. It's a sad story about a princess and a samurai who punished the bad lord of this land. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
Long ago, this land was ruled by an evil lord named Kiyotada Sumaru. He tormented the people with all sorts of wicked magic.
Why does this sound very familiar? This almost sounds like the whole Hitler thing. I mean, the Fuhrer, because obviously Hitler wasn't in this game. No.
His cousin, a young samurai named Tatsuoshin, tried to punish him for that.
Tatsunoshin. I can't names. We already know I can't names.
But he was no ordinary human. The samurai went to the castle, risking life and never saying goodbye to his lover, the princess. The princess grieved when she heard that the samurai's servant and chased after her dear lover. At the castle, the samurai and lord were fighting, trying to protect her lover. She dies when a spear pierced through her.
That sounds very familiar.
The samurai defeated the lord but stayed in the burning castle with the dead princess, asking his servant to bury her.
So, I don't think I want to know the answer to this, but what was the princess's name?
Maihime Amano. They say she was a beautiful princess. Now that the castle came out, I guess it wasn't just an old folktale.
There's no way that's a coincidence. Her last name is the exact same as Maya's, and she was pierced with a spear. That's incredibly suspicious. But something about it just seems suspicious. Just from a general standpoint, it just seems suspicious. But we want to spread these rumors. We want to spread the rumor about Tatsunoshin. This one is important if you did the inventory box, because you have to do this. And we'll spread the rumor about Maihime Amano. And then we will also spread the rumors that... Look at all these rumors we spread. That Claire de Lune moved to Alba. And Pod Paracha is still around. Alright. So now that we've done that, let's go do our side hustle for the final time. These are the last two man searchers in the entire game. And then we can go to the castle. Alright, so who are our next victims? Hiromi Matsushita. I should have told her I was drunk and she shouldn't take whatever I told her seriously. Oh god. Alright, well, let's go look for her. And our first target is at, well, literally not that far from here. Is one of these two. I should have believed that person I met at the bar. Should have listened to that drunk. Okay, wow, she is, well, this is our target. Let me just make sure I have this spelled right. Yes, I do. Alright. How did you know my name? So there's someone looking for me. That girl at the bar? I see, someone actually worried about me. Okay, I'll contact her right away. Alright. We have no more business here. Let's go get our money and do the last one. So there's actually more for us at Sumaru Castle than just these rumor demons. Rumor personas. There is one rare demon. You find my friend Junko Shimiti. She's madly in love with some store owner. Oh boy. Alright, well. A store owner, huh? Well, it's not over here, that's for sure. We need to go to where our good friend Bro is at Bikini Line. Let's see. Is it you? Wait a sec. Okay, nope, not you. So it must be you. Damn him, voting with the female customers. He told me I was the best. Hey, why are you staring at me? What? What is it? What do you want from me? Well, I think we found our target. You are Junko Ikeda, not to be related with Junko Enoshima. I mean, not everyone named Junko has ties to Junko Enoshima, but whenever I think of Junko, I always think of Junko Enoshima. But that's just a me problem. And I'll just ask that man searcher. I'll tell her about you too. Alright, well. We have no more business here. I already healed off screen when I was doing my grinding for Genbu, so let's go get a reward for our last man search. I went to the wrong place. Alright. Now, give me my money. Alright, that's all. So we have now covered all the optional content available at this point. Well, sort of. We still have to go to Sumaru Castle, which we're going to do right now. But I am going to go grab Light Dragon. Rangda's level is very high. And there are rare demons in the final dungeon whose levels are even higher. Well, there's one in the air raid shelter, but you know what I mean. So, as we know, my level is not very high right now. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna want some EXP. So I'm gonna go grab Light Dragon, and I will be right back. It's probably gonna take me a bit, so give me a moment. I swear to God, I hate this game sometimes. I got it immediately. I always save before I do this, just in case I don't get it, so then I just reload my save. But no, I got it in the first try. Alright, so we can leave this dungeon, but it's also possible to just go straight to the end if you know the password to the boss. So let's go in. I am Joker. One who opens the door to Utena is suggested to solemnly offer ancient prayers.
I am Fukugi. Prayers are Kotodama, the spirited words. You should gather the 7 Kotodama and offer ancient prayers. Well, welcome to Sumaru Castle. These 7 teleporters will take us to different parts of the castle. We will be able to come back here. There are ways back. But that last warp over there will take us to where the boss is. But we need a password. If you know the password, you can basically skip this entire dungeon. But as a warning, if you do that, you lose access to Rangda. Rangda, as for the uninitiated, is probably one of the best defensive personas in the late game. It is almost always a late game enemy who repels all physical elements. So, that MF who repels physical, just like Giri Makala, and Arahabaki's complicated relationship with the physical elements. Now, since we spread the rumors about Tatsunoshin and Maihime, we will be able to find certain special things in this dungeon. So if we take the second warp, it will take us somewhere. So in here, there will be a burial chamber now. I'm also going to be fighting every encounter because I need the EXP very badly. And then we're gonna quick Giga Cyclone and then we're gonna blow up stuff. And then, oh god, hold on. I want Maya to do stuff. Maya will use Crescent Mirror. And then Tatsuya will, I guess, Miragi 9. Alright, let's see how much this does. Oh, they repel fire! Oh, never mind, it's Makara card. Okay, yeah, they resist magic. Fantastic. Look at that, 7k. Shame Warlaw didn't get a level up out of that. Katsuya's almost maxed out on freaking strength. Alright, well, Warlaw's just gonna have to suck it up and deal with it for a little bit. Alright, stairs. Encounter. So the higher floor we go up, the higher the chance is of running into Rangda. Alright, we're just gonna Pegasus Strike. And then we will apply Fist to face. And then Haster can just sit there and look pretty, I guess. Guess I'm gonna try Dark Verdict. It probably won't work, let's be realistic here. Alright, punch him. Oh yeah, they are weak to Fizz. Ow! Jeez, Tatsuya's health's not looking so hot. Magic Mirror card! And we'll log our HP back. Alright, well, it's a good thing that Artemis has Dirahan, so we can restore Tatsuya's colossal HP. I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, this is a suspiciously large room. Chamber of Princess. This isn't here unless you spread the rumor. Who calls me? Hi, I'm your ancestor, apparently. It can't be to do that. That Kyotada is... I understand. If you say you will defeat him, I will gladly lend you my powers. The persona of Maihime Amano can now be summoned in the Velvet Room. Alright, do you have anything to say, Tatsuya? I can't think of this as pure coincidence. Is it his work again? Considering the whole pierced by a spear thing that no one should know about, I would say it is. Amano? Does that mean she's your ancestor? Nah, couldn't be. When it comes this close, it's not a question of whether or not you look similar. He's being used by some shriveled up thing. Alright, well, we got Maihime. We are gonna have to make these personas manually though, which is the big point of contention. But we'll deal with that when we deal with that. Meanwhile, let's murderize everything we run into. So one other thing we're gonna want to have is an ice skill.
Ouch. Double ouch. Wow, look at that. Well, that sounds slow again. This guy's Tatsuya's gonna reach level 98. Oh my god. What a shocker. Shock of all shocks. Alright, what the hell? How do I get out of here? Alright, these guys are... Wait, what's your Arcana? Alright, man. Okay, I don't care. Giga Cyclone. Die. It's probably gonna take me like 500 years to run to Rangda. I'm probably gonna get to like a million different encounters before I run into her. Just remember to not ever use Fizz against Rangda. Ever. I'd like to make a note that I do not have a Stoma up right now, because I do want to fight things. Also, Ultra Milk is looking a little less colorful today. I'm so used to how Ultra Milk looks in like SMT 4A and 5. Okay. Oh my god. More enemies that resist magic. Also, Tatsuya, level 98! Holy god, what strength! Look at those stats! His magic attack went up by 1! That's hilarious. Alright. Anyway, Marak Lithograph. One who wishes to climb the stage of dragon, thou shalt give ancient prayer in sequence indicated by the Ursa Major. Prayers are Kotodama, the spiritual words. You should gather the 7 Kotodama and offer ancient prayers. Those who know the brilliance of Marak as E shall solemnly lower their heads. There's a chest over there. There are lithographs on each of the floors of... Wait, hold on. Hold it. Oh, no. Phoenix, no! Yeah. Yeah. I must slay demons. Welp. Oh boy, here it comes. Really? Are you kidding me? Why did you kill Katsuya specifically? Well, actually, that's really bad, because now I can't use my combos. Well, I have to revive him now. Fuck me. Well, actually, hold on. Is this the item I think it is? Yes, it is. Actually, I need Katsuya for... Damn it. We need Katsuya for Persuade. So I need to actually have to revive him. But it's a good thing I'm gonna go back and get my freaking Light Dragon back if I die. After I'm done with everything else. Alright, we want to make a pact with Gira Makala. Because we need to get access to 4/8 of the air raid shelter later. So we're gonna make the pact now since he appeared here. Especially since my level is so damn low, I'm gonna be running into every demon under the damn sun and moon in this stupid place. Alright, yes. I don't need the pack with Hanab-ku anymore, so we're gonna get rid of that one. Alright, still get EXP! I didn't even kill anything! I also got a Holy Light card, which is nice. Alright, let's go grab this item. Oh god. I don't remember where the stairs take me. I'm pretty sure that warped to somewhere I don't want to go. Anyway, I'm going to start cutting fights since I'm going to be doing a lot of these, so we'll be right back. Alright, we queen those guys up with no problem. And here we get... Fuck off. I hate you so much, Sumaru Castle. Alright, let's see where the warp goes. So this enemy right here is Mananan. And unfortunately for me, I'm going to get a pact with him. Because I think I have the page still. Alright. I have a question mark. So let's see if this actually works. Okay, it works. Alright, let's get back to them. I don't really care for mutating Ildanch into Lug, but I mean, may as well get it while we're here. And I don't need the pact with Secker anymore, so we'll get rid of that one too. If we run into Manana, I will try to get the rumor, but I doubt it. Oh, this is the one that takes us back to the start. Alright, so we need to take the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one. So let's take this to the 7th floor. This, I believe, will give us the highest chance of running into Rangda. But, oh god, there are traps here. And encounters. And Ouroboros appears in this floor. You know, I'm curious, though. Can I get the thing now? Let's find out. Will we open the path even though we can't get into the air raid shelter's 8th area yet? Alright, please. No. Alright, we'll just... Can I get one of the rumors? Nope. I mean, he'll give me money. I wonder, though. I have Ouroboros, so... No, it won't work. Alright. Well, unfortunately for you, Ouroboros, you get to die, then. Have fun! Gear Makala got out lucky. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure somewhere around here... Well, that's the Alcade lithograph. Wait a minute. These are starting to sound familiar. Because Devil Survivor 2's main enemies for most of the narrative... Oh, hey, I found the chamber. But yeah, Devil Survivor 2 has you fight 7 Septentrions. They're all based on, like, stars or something. But here we are in the Chamber of Warrior. Who calls me back to this world? Hey, we need you to beat up a guy for us, okay? How? Damn you, Kyotada! You're saying that you will defeat Kyotada? I will gladly lend my power. Junosuke! Is Junosuke there? Junosuke is here. Junosuke, it's off to battle! Understood. The personas of Tatsunoshin, Suo, and Junosuke Kuroda. Ah, that sounds pretty sus. Now, Junosuke Kuroda is special. In order to get this persona, you had to have filled the offertory box all the way back at Mount Kanasumuri. And if you did not do that, you cannot get all 3 ancestor personas. You are shit out of luck. Which also means if you did not go to Parabellum and tell Mizuno you weren't, go to the Kismet office and tell Mizuno you were not at Parabellum, you not only can't get Tatsunoshin, but you also can't get Junosuke Kuroda either. Because you have to see this specific cutscene in order to get both of them. So brothers, you have anything to say about your ancestor? I feel like I knew him from before. A legend returns to rumor. Doesn't make you feel good being forced to call upon the dead. Nah, couldn't be. Alright, well. So now we did that. There are a couple of items on this floor, but I also want to hunt down Rangda. The 7th floor is the highest point we can reach, so it's probably the best point to... Ooh, an alt card. It's probably the best point to try and hunt down Rangda. Unfortunately, we have to get past the literal hordes of enemies. So if you want to farm, this is probably the place to be. Just make sure you have Light Dragon. It is very easy to go find the Ursa Major Warp, which takes you back to the start, and then just use that. Go back if you need Light Dragon, and then come back and just grind here. And then hopefully you eventually run into Rangda. I mean, I'm not saying getting Rangda is a hard requirement, but it is nice to have. Oh, fuck me. Also, our double reflectors coming in clutch. Also, once again, Uola not getting EXP. How unfortunate. Artemis is getting a lot of value, though, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. There's another item on this floor. It's not over here. If I can get Rangda sooner on then. Alright, yeah, here's part of the reason why you need to be such a high level to storm away everything. These guys are level 60. I think the highest level demon in this dungeon is level 62 or something. Okay, he lived. Alright, problem solved. Please give me a live EXP. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be here a while. There's nothing over here. So that means it's probably down there. Giramakala, I'm sorry, but I need the EXP from you, so you're going to unfortunately have to suffer for a classic case of not living anymore. Also, do not use physical attacks on Giramakala. They are well known for their ability to repel Fizz. And apparently they just die to wind. Giga Cyclone, still useful as always. But yeah, Giramakala, like even in SMT5 Vengeance, Giramakala has this funny line about Auk! Not about Auk, but he tells you if you have to fight him to turn on auto battle. Because auto battle makes you always use Fizz. Level 66, are you kidding me? But yeah, because auto battle always makes you use a physical attack, so you just end up slapping yourself in the face. Ouch! Jeez Louise. I give Disney XP though. Oh, at this rate, Tatsuya might reach level 99 before I run into Rangda. Anyway, over here, we get a Samakaja card. We already have all the buff cards from Salam. So really, do we really need this? Not really. I don't want to talk to Ouroboros. I want to kill Ouroboros. But yeah, since it's probably going to take me a metric eternity to run into Rangda, I'm going to try and get Rangda. And if I don't get Rangda, well, my level is probably going to be shooting up by the time I come back. After I find the Ursa Major Warp. That's over on this side. Yeah, it's definitely over here. But yeah, you'll know Rangda when you see it because her level is insanely high compared to the regular encounters. Especially since we can one-shot Giri like that. I got a mutation. For Nezha, Nezha is literally just a mainstay. So useful. Alright, well, that's the warp. So, since we're back here, let's go and make the Three Stooges. Because I'm going to have to rank these three up. Now, there is a very special reason why I've been so insistent on getting these three guys. Especially our good friend, Junosuke Kuroda, who requires 4 full cards. Unless you do Tatsuya scenario, you will not have 4 full cards. You will only have 3. Which means you're going to have to get 1 the hard way. Junosuke Kuroda has best of everyone because it's a full persona. But he only has 2 skills. That's a little weird. But he does have a special skill, Pressure Needle. This is a useful skill that we're going to need for something fun. Along with him is Tatsuno Shinsuo, who also only has 2 skills. That's a little weird. Mighty Swing is his last skill. And then we also have Maihime Amano, who only has 2 skills. That's a little weird. But she does have Heartfelt Prayer, so if you didn't get Izanami, you can use her for your group-wide buffs. And it's pretty useful to get her, even if you don't have access to the other 2. Unfortunately, only Maya can use her, and I'm pretty sure that for Tatsunoshin, only the Suo brothers can. Yeah. So we're going to want to make all 3 of these guys, but I need more moon cards. I need 216. So let's grab some moon cards. So 216. And then all my free cards are going to be gone. I'm probably going to have to grab some while I do my hunt for Rangda. Right, so before we go, I am going to want an ice skill on someone, so I'm probably going to go grab another frigid card. So give me just a second. That's my mouse. Give me just a second. So it turns out I already had 2 frigid cards, so I bought a Gale card and a Torrent card. So we will use these cards to buff up these guys a little bit and give them some more to work with. Since only Maya can use Maihime, and we already have an ice skill, I'm going to give her the Torrent card. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just so I don't have to switch personas around, I'm going to give her the Frigid card. And then we can use that all card we picked up to up her stats some. So, off we go. I'm not going to skip the animation for these 3. Because this is probably one of the last times I show up personas I'm making for the rest of the game. There are still a couple I do intend to make. Odin is one of them, because it's going to be very useful for the end of Tatsuya scenario. Along with another persona. I am Maihime Amano. I can't believe that I meet you near the end. My love had not been a waste. Alright, next up is the reason we were so anal about Fool cards, Junosuke Kuroda. You know, when I think about it, his name sounds a lot like June. Maybe that's just a coincidence. We'll give him the Torrent card, so that way we can use him in combo for Giga Cyclone. Holy shit, your deck sucks! Alright, make him. I have always protected the descendants of Princess Maihime. Since you are her descendant, I swear to protect you too. Thanks, dude. You better be worth those 4 Fool cards I got paid for you. And next up, last but not least, is Tatsuno Shinsuo. And we will give him the Gale cards, and I can't use the other one. Can't use water because it's a fire type. Alright. Make him. It's a good thing Salam gave me all those sun cards, plus the ones we got from Virachana.
I am Tatsunoshin Suo. I see. You two are my descendants. Let us gain revenge this time on Kyotada.
Alright, with all of our ancestor personas made, we want to get all 3 of these dudes to rank 8 for a very special fusion spell. I had to put them all in. I need to make space. Well, since we have Maihime, I won't need Izanami right now, so we're gonna put Maihime in Izanami's place, and then Ouroboros will put in for Tatsunoshin. So, it's time for the fun part. I get to run around in that damn castle for God knows how long, grinding up these 3 personas. So that way, well, actually, Ua can get Jinosuke, and then Tatsuya will get Tatsunoshin. Because Tatsunoshin will probably be leveled up the fastest since he has the synchronized gear. I get to run around that castle for God knows how long until I eventually run to Rangda, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's so worth getting Rangda. So, I'll be back in like 3,000 years. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It'll probably be a while. I'm probably going to surge in levels during that whole fiasco, so I'll be back eventually. So, I still haven't found Rangda yet, but I'm almost 62 now, so progress. Even at level 62, I cannot Estoma away everything. There is an enemy in here who is higher level than me still, and that means any enemy that falls into the encounter pool with that one enemy also still appears, which means I keep running into more Ouroboros who keep talking to me, and it's really annoying. There's actually an 8th floor here, so I'm going to see if I can find Rangda there instead of anywhere else. But that requires us to solve the puzzle here. Not much of a puzzle. So each one of these, as I said before, each one of these rooms contains 1 letter to the password that we need to reach the boss. If we go through this warp, it will take us through this hellscape, but to the Chamber of Henbei, form of reverse Soryu Henbei, thou shalt carry thy feet in the sequence of Duba, Merak, Felfa, Megrez, Alioth, Mizar, and Alcade. Planisphere lithograph, one who knoweth the intention of the 7 Kotodama, thou shalt offer the great prayer. And the great prayer is Perseus. One who realized the intention of the 7 spirits, offer the Henbei of Perseus, and walk the path to the stage. If thou completest this, the Hokutoku Gohu shall be unbound, and the path to the stage shall open. I did some research prior to coming here. Perseus is a constellation named after the man who slew Medusa in Greek mythology. Many people of ancient times believed in the stars. It's no surprise that Perseus was picked. He was a heroic figure. It is a bit odd for him to use a Western name, but people say have strange ideas of magic and other effective rumors, I guess. Wow, you're such a hardworking guy. So what's a Henbei? Henbei is a type of magical stepping that originated in China. With this, you crush evil stars and invite good luck. Hokutoku is a magic where you draw Ursa Major on the earth to sanctify and protect that area. Most likely it means to walk in a certain pattern or something like that. Well, I guess we're gonna find out, because in here are a bunch of holes. So in order to get through, we just have to follow the moons. And that's it. And this takes us to the castle tower. And from here is the Chamber of Utena, where the boss is. Well, if we come over here, there's an Ursa Major warp if you still need to go heal or stuff. So, are there encounters in here? Well, man, still at. Well, that answers one question. Yes, there are. So guess who's gonna run around in circles for the next 5 hours? I don't mean 5 hours. Don't really mean 5 hours, but I'm probably gonna be here a while. I also grabbed Ouroboros because Rangda is weak to light, so yeah, I'm gonna get back to it, so I'll be back when I eventually find Rangda. It took me 3,000 fucking years to find this motherfucker, but here she is. This is Rangda. Level 69, nice. So, I did have to, I was desperate. Honestly, I was. There's a GameFAQs page that says that you can use an aromatherapy treatment that increases the encounter rate of magician encounters. Yeah, it didn't help me. You're still gonna be running around back and forth in this damn hallway using a stoma 500 times until you eventually run to the enemy. I got to level 65, by the way. We still have 2 other rare demons left in the game. Virochana and Gaia are back, so we're gonna have to deal with those 2 chuckle fucks too. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Rangda. Rangda's weak to light. She also has a dark skill, so we're gonna have to put on Tetraja. But the reason I brought Ouroboros is because she's weak to light, and we can just use Hieroglyphian. And then meanwhile, we'll use Tetraja. Now, Rangda is known for one particular thing, and it's called she repels Fizz, so do not use Fizz. I'm actually going to use Tetracard on Maya, because I have Artemis. And then Baofu can use Aqua Retide, because that's his best move. So let's go! We can actually start playing the video game now. How much is that doing? Not much. I could have set up some buffs. Alright, no, I don't have my Hime Amano right now, because I took her out for Ouroboros. Megidora! Uola's not healed. Whoops. Alright, let's see how much Hieroglyphian does. Yes! Tatsuya is level 99, so it makes sense why Hieroglyphian is doing so much damage. Alright, I need to revive Uola. Because I forgot to heal her. But she'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Unless this kills. Okay, good, it didn't. Alright, now we'll do something. What do we have? I don't have a white skull on anything else. So I guess you're stuck on Hanuman. Guess it's Magarudine spam it is. Oh, he's dead. She's dead. It's over. Hieroglyphian should be enough to finish her off. Now, after 3,000 years of pain, suffering, and torment, for defeating Rangda, we get the Dancing Mask material card. So now we can summon Rangda. Get me out of this horrible freaking place. I never want to see this place again. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab my Hime, I'm gonna go grab Light Dragon, and I'm gonna heal. We have 2 bosses coming up. We're gonna need ice skills, but we want to have the 3 ancestor personas we picked up at rank 8. So we want Junosuke Kuroda, Tatsuno Shinsuo, and Mai Hime Amano, all at rank 8 for something very fun coming up. So give me just a moment. Okay, we're ready to go. So before we go in, you're going to want to have an ice skill, because Ice Blast is the weakness of the boss. But we're also going to want the 3 ancestor personas for something else, because this is not the only boss we're gonna have to fight. So, let's get the show on the road. Tatsuzo is just beyond this door. So let's go. Oh! Pseudo, you bastard!
You've finally gone mad, Tatsuzo.
Mad, you say? This world is what's gone mad! Tell me what's stirring this country! Fights, fatigue, and contradictions! People think only of themselves, and so punishment will be yours again! This world is decayed, the law, the system, and all humans who live off of it!
Damn you, Tatsuzo, what right do you have to judge us? That's bullshit! Deceiving people with stupid curses. Your deception ends here, old man.
Fools! You don't understand human nature! Curses and fortunes were things you wanted! Look down there! People are still curious about fortunes, jinxes, and wish for good luck! You cannot stop a heart that involuntarily pumps its blood for curses, or the pulsing power of life it brings! Arise, Gozen! I have delivered you the kagari of my sinful compatriots! Let people's words become a reality!
Oh my god.
Behold! The Earth Dragon will destroy Earth along with Joka! The axis will shift and people shall die! I have transformed history! What is life if you can't even bear this? Gozen! Why me too?
Mata 落ちた。
無様だぜ、達蔵。人を欺き、陥れ続けた慣れの果てがそれか。
お前の罪、汚れ、僕たちが払ってやる。
Tatsuzo Sudo has outlived his usefulness, and now this is all that's left of him. The detested hunter is an easy boss. Now that we have two personas with Heartfelt Prayer, we can now do two buffs at once. I can also do Ice Crush. But we're going to set up our buffs first. Starting with this. And then I guess we can mod Tarakaja too, I guess. Just cause why not? And then Baofu can just click Akuri Tide. He does have fire skills, so if you want to use Wall of Flame, you can. So let's set up our magic buff. And let's set up our attack buff. And then Baofu's not going to attack. We are instead going to set up our magic defense. And then Katsuya can start punching. And then Maya can quick Bufudyne. Once we get our magic defense up is when we're going to go for... Ouch. Alright, now we have our buffs up. It's time for action. So we're gonna have Ula switch back to Hanuman and Sabtatraja. Just as a precaution. And then, after that, we will use Ice Blast. Meanwhile, Tatsuya can put on Tatsunoshin. And I guess quick straight slash. And then Baofu can just sit there and look pretty and use Akuri Tide, I guess. Alright, let's see how much this does. Yes! He's dead. Alright, let's see how much that does. Nothing. Dark Baptism! Okay, that did nothing. Okay, I did a little bit. I have an idea here. Baofu. Grab Izanami. So that way we can use... Wait, hold on. Can I not use it? Can I not use Ice Crush? What do I need for Ice Crush? Oh, and I need Almighty Skill. That should be simple enough. Oh, Tsukiyomi has one. That's why. So it's an Ice Skill, Almighty Skill, and Diamond Dust. Fortunately for us, we happen to have Diamond Dust. Alright, Sabtatraja, and then Katsuya will get a free hit off. Never mind, I know he won't because I have things set up in such a way that that happens. Fire Breath. Okay, that's not doing that much because of our buffs. Jeez, at 460. Alright, we're gonna at least get another Ice Blast. And you should be dead soon. Like right now. See, that was easy. Oh, and we got Unknown Ability awakened. 128,000 EXP. And we get another fight immediately after this, so my Light Dragon doesn't wear off yet. It's no use. The Earth Dragon Joka aren't disappearing. At this rate... The sources of evil still remains. Tatsuya, is that dried up thing him?
Soか、そいつをやるまで出てこないつもりなんだな。我の眠りを覚ます者は何者ぞ。
In a twist no one expected, this is a two-parter. Gozen is the mummified remains of the dude. I already forgot his name. However, there is a fun little method to kill this guy instantly. If you do not have all the ancestor personas, this fight is pretty straightforward. He's weak to sword, but you can just use bus and obliterate him. Let's talk to him first. Oh yeah, Kiyotada Sumaru. Yeah, there it is. That's his name. Now, if you have Maihime Yamano, Junosuke Kuroda, and Tatsunoshin Suo, we can pull off a specific fusion spell that has the literal purpose of killing Gozen specifically in one hit. And that's why I went to all the effort of getting these 3 personas. Now, in order, let me grab the personas first. We get to attack before him, so this fight's literally over. In order, you must use hold on. You must use Junosuke Kuroda's pressure needle, Mai Hime Amano's protection dance, and fittingly as the finale, Tatsunoshi Tsuruo's mighty swing. And it must be in this exact order. By doing this, you will activate a fusion spell that will kill Gozen specifically, instantaneously. So let's use it. Tenshu Satsu! Oh, we don't get EXP for that second fight. Well, shit. Do we do it? Well, I don't like the look of that. That can't be. What the hell is that? Well, we certainly aren't in Kansas anymore. Where the hell are we?
My domain, the collective unconsciousness. Welcome.
What? Sure isn't gonna work.
Easy now. You won't want to hurt this pretty little face of yours. It suits me, don't you agree?
Shut up!
Humans are strange. I came here because you want to meet me. Now you want me to go? You're contradicting yourself. By the way, do you know the 3 poisons of life? I'm referring to as anger, ignorance, and vengeance. There are countless others, but these are my primary sources of power. Oh, come on, you disappoint me. It's really simple. Even your pathetic brain can comprehend that.
Are you trying to say that you are the shadow of us humans?
So, you do understand. I'm a reflection of your true selves. Let's play one last game.
June, Ikichi, Lisa!
You remember what I told you, right? If they remember the other side, then this one will cease to exist. You of all people should understand, right, Tatsuya? The paradox. If you can show me your power to suppress shadows in this world, I will give back the toys one at a time. But if you cannot, they will regain their memories and I will destroy your world. We shall start anew. Give it your best shot. Then show me your desperate faces.
You slimy piece of shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monad Mandala, the final dungeon. Right now, we cannot go back to town. So all we can do is move forward. Damn, I'm turning pale. Calm down, you're Karusaga. There's nothing you can't do. Calm down. Maya, did you feel that? That giant energy. It was so deep, mixed with a bunch of dark emotions. Can we defeat that? Well, we don't really have a choice. We have to, or else we're all fucked. Tatsuya, you fought with that monster all this time. No, that ridiculing, that arrogance, that is undoubtedly human itself. I'm sorry, Jun and Kichi, Lisa. I'll save you. I will. So, beyond this door lies the start of the final dungeon. Since we're stuck here, we have no choice but to go onward. But we will have an opportunity to get back to town. For now, though, we are going to stop there, and next time, we will begin our descent into Nyarlathotep's domain, the Monad Mandala, to play his last game. And hopefully put an end to this mess once and for all. This time for real. I will see you then.